What an opportunity we have for you today, off-road fans. That is the Triple Crown winner, Class 1 this year, Best in the Desert. We're going to find out all about this amazing machine.
Take it there. All right, look here, everybody. It's the one, guys, not the two. Yeah, I got two.
And look who we have found, Mr. Jason Dudley, lead mechanic. First off, I got to say, congratulations, Team Stronghold, Team Mav TV. You guys win the prestigious Triple Crown in Class 1 and Best in the Desert. What's that mean to you?
Everybody put in a good effort this year. You know, it's a battle out there for everybody to just get every lap completed and let alone finish up at the end of the season with the championship.
Well, let's take a look at the machinery that got it done and how you guys were able to get it done. What's unique about this particular buggy?
Well, we got an Alumacraft chassis here, Croyer racing engine, small block Chevy, putting out about 650 horse.
650 horse.
5-speed, Weddell gearbox, King shocks, Pro-Am hub, steering rack. Car's got about 22 inches of wheel travel all the way around, 92 usable gallons of fuel, and thing's just a beast.
What's the lifespan like on one of these engines?
We get about 1,000 to 1,500 race miles out of it, depending on conditions, you know, how hot you get the motor during the race. You know, as long as oil pressure hangs in there and you don't get it too hot during the race, you know, say 1,500. Everything else is a variable from there.
If we could, let's take a walk to the rear of the car. Show me some of the features we have here with the fuel system, first off, and the vent. Explain this.
This is a dry brake system. This is a vent. This is where the fuel goes in. You like to have the vent system as big as diameter as the fuel that you're receiving. This is a discriminator valve, a safety feature they require us to have.
How much fuel do you hold on a typical race?
92.5 usable.
Wow, that's amazing. And then why do you say the vent is as big as the fuel opening?
Well, it just helps you out. You want to obviously get rid of air as fast as the fuel's going in.
Rear shocks. Talking about how important the setup is, we talked with a gentleman from King earlier this year, and he said that, look, a few thousandths in a shim can make all the difference in valving between winning the race or having a miserable setup. What's your experience been like trying to just dial these shocks in so perfectly?
Yeah, we you know, dial the shocks in per track, different setup, rebound, compression valving, springs, and so forth.
What's the most difficult part of your job on this vehicle?
Probably timing. You know, you send all the parts out to different vendors and stuff to get rebuilt, motor, trans, hubs, etc. And, you know, it's always a rush getting the car back together. Just basically timing.
After one Best in the Desert race, what's the attrition like? What all has to be replaced or serviced?
We tear this car down to the chassis pretty much every race, go through suspension, mag, you know, weld up cracks, and I actually do the shocks in-house myself, rebuild calipers myself. You know, motor, depending on mileage, it gets rebuilt, tranny gets rebuilt every race.
So it's safe to say, if you want to compete in this sport, you better love hard work and you better roll up your sleeves.
Yeah, and you know, it comes down to Mr. Scott, and you know, he doesn't hold back anything. We don't have a budget on this car, so that's where we're at.
Well, that helps because we know cubic dollars and just about any form of motorsports is what it takes to get it done.
Yes, sir.
Do you have much experience as a driver?
Yeah, I actually raced all last year with Brandon in the Score Series, and we finished second, and ran the 1,000 night section myself, and yeah, everything was good over there. It was a good race.
Do you feel like that experience really helps you in your role as lead mechanic? Understanding what the car needs?
No, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you actually know and understand how hard you can push the car during the race. So, you know, with all the fundamentals of the car, you understand how important your job is to, you know, make sure you go through the car thoroughly because it's a safety factor.
And finally, we're gearing up for a big year for this team. Getting ready to go down to the Baja, one of the most demanding, grueling places, and talking about running the peninsula with 3 generations.
So this next year for the Peninsula run, all 3 of us are driving the trophy truck. So that's cool, man. We're really excited. 3 generations. Wow.
What's the prep going to be like heading into the pre-run, heading into the race? I mean, this has got to make your job real busy.
Yeah, you know, we're starting off. I'm going to start the race with Brandon and run, you know, 350 miles. And then Maddox is going to get in. He doesn't have a lot of experience behind the wheel with the trophy truck. So, you know, Mexico is a whole different deal than racing in the States. You know, there's silt beds and high tides, low tides, you know, rock cliffs, etc. So it's going to be a lot on all of our plate, you know, to get the car to the finish line.
Well, I wish you the absolute best here. It's been a great season for you, and we hope that continues in 2021. Anything you would like to add?
No, I just, you know, hope the best for the team. And, you know, well, I'm sure next year we'll have a good year. We all put in a lot of effort and time on all this stuff, and I'm sure everything will run smooth.
Good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
Off-road fans, I certainly hope you enjoyed that. I want to thank everybody at Stronghold Engineering for opening up the shop and giving us a glimpse. And that's what we do here on this channel. We take you inside the sport. You never know what race we're going to end up at. You never know what race shop we're going to end up at. You never want to miss a video, so make sure you subscribe, share with some off-road racing friends, and we will keep this thing going. You know, if there's anything fast off-road racing, we're in. Off-Road Racing Insider rolls on.